that even mean? All I ever wanted was to leave this town behind, not look back.
I gave my life for this country, this town, all those people out there. Where were they when I needed them?
Life can be a very lonely place, but sometimes a total stranger can just feel familiar. You know, they make you think about the past. Sometimes that past you tried to run away from. I heard someone say once, running away from your past, not facing your problems, that's a race you can't win. No matter how fast you move, how far you go, where you go, those monsters will always find you. You never truly know just how strong you are, though, until you fight back.
Boom, there you go. That was the trailer for Monsters Within, arriving on all digital platforms on October 3rd. I'm KUYA P. This Nerds Rule the World. Joining me to talk all things Monsters Within, I have the star, as well as the writer, director, producer. He's wearing many hats in this joint, so you gotta show him love. I'm gonna shoot off some air horns right now, Devin. It's in the background. We celebrate our people. I got the one and only Devin Montgomery. How are you, sir?
Hey, doing great, and even better now.
Thank you, sir. So, this film, as we got started, as I told you, I'm much like you. I love being in front of the camera as well as behind the camera, especially as an actor, because I started out that way, and trying to find opportunities. So sometimes you got to take matters into your own hands. It's a very difficult business, but if you love it, you do it, you go hard, you make it happen. So let's talk there, man. So I don't know if you were acting first, if you were behind the camera first. How did this project start with you to make it here and now when we're putting the word out about Monsters Within?
Yeah, acting, that's my main focus. That's my passion. That's where this whole thing started. Just kind of leading into the way that it started was I had some really great momentum going into, 2018, 2019. But then, of course, the year 2020 happened. And that kind of made, I think, everybody sit back and reflect on just not only like where you're going as far as maybe a career, your interests, but also where you are at in life. And so it was really a big self-examination point. And there was something about 2020 that it just really made me sit back and realize, as an actor, in some ways, I just kept sitting around and like waiting for people to give me this opportunity, whatever that opportunity was. And even if I was given certain opportunities, it wasn't things that I felt like I always had more to give in some ways. And so when 2020 happened, I just had that realization of, in no other aspect of my life do I just sit around and wait. So why am I doing this now? So I got together with a friend, and long story short, we created a 10-minute short film for the first time. And during 2021, that's where we went on the film festival circuit, and I really got to see people up close and personal react to, for me, the first time, a story that I just put out there. And I mean, there's a lot of myself into it. So of course, in this feature film, there's a lot of myself in it. And so from that short film, it just kind of, it was a snowball effect. And so we just decided that we had something here. We kept seeing the reactions that people gave, and I found an amazing group of people that all got behind me and the story, and I wanted to support them as well. And so, we created this film, and here we are.
Amazing. Shout out to those people that support us and that stay behind us and help us live our dreams, man. So, so short film to feature, that's a big step, man, as you know.
Yeah.
So was that short film Monsters Within, was it similar in story? Tell me how we go from short to feature.
Yeah, so that short film was called A Monster Within. And I had always had this idea and the premise of a brother-sister relationship where one has special needs, because my sister in real life, she has Down syndrome. And I've seen stories similar, and I've seen it done in films before, but I felt like I've never seen it quite where it's just really it catches that like meaningful impact that it has, and especially as an older brother, I think any siblings or any older brothers, they can relate in a lot of ways, but it's even a step further where I just feel so protective of her. And so when I was creating that story, that was the basis of it, and so I knew I always wanted to go from there. So that the short film also captured kind of the fear, the anxiety, the uncertainty that was going on, especially at that time. But then what I realized was also maybe just in life in general, and kind of you're at a crossroads at some points in life where you're like, do I take this jump? Do I take this leap? What do I do with this? So I was able to kind of capture that with this symbolism of a monster and just this feeling of it's always kind of chasing you no matter how far you run, no matter how far you go, it's always there. And yeah, so that was the basic premise of it, and I wanted to continue that into the feature film. And so those core elements that I knew that could connect with people, it was just basically trying to expand upon that and create some really interesting characters that I hadn't really thought of. And so that's why we have some amazing actors like Kendall Cavener, who plays the female lead, the sheriff Skeeta Jenkins. He's a really amazing professional actor, and then the character that embodies kind of all of that feeling and the monster, and I guess you could say the villain in our film, he's portrayed by Samuel French, and just an amazing guy, amazing actor. And the film is dedicated to him because he recently passed away earlier this year, so we're still trying to wrap our heads around that. And it just made it even more meaningful to get this film out there and get his final performance out there. And yeah, we've luckily we're here, so
definitely amazing. Number one, rest in power to Mr. French.
Absolutely.
That's very beautiful. Also, salute to you, and you're sharing the story of you and your sister, and bringing stories like that to the forefront.
Yeah.
I think I've always been told, write what you know, and I'm sure you hear this as well as a creative, and it will read in the art. And my viewing of this, it showed through the art, man. So salute to you, because also because it's bearing your soul. We're sharing things that we are so familiar with, and sometimes we lock in and we kind of keep in there, but you got to bear it because there's other people that will appreciate it, relate to it, and it'll help them with whatever they're going through. So thank you to you and your sister, and I love that you got her involved in this. And then also to Mr. French that had passed, honoring him and his work in this. So again, let me go to still. You went a little faster than I wanted to, but it's all good because I wanted to highlight people, and so sometimes I can forget. So salute to everybody. It takes a village, as we know, to make what we love and do what we love. So salute to everybody on the cast and crew. So. Was this your first time writing? So you did the short, right? But then a feature. I love giving pro tips because I'm an actor, filmmaker like you, and I always try to, when I talk to my fellow creatives like yourself, to help give tips to everybody that might be watching this that are trying to live their dreams like we're living our dreams right now. What was that like? What was that lesson like? What did you do? How did you get yourself ready? You found a creative partner when you put together the short film. How long did it take you to write? And then getting everybody on board that you spoke of that are amazing. Talk to me about that and any pro tips you give people that are trying to chase this dream as well.
Yeah, I think the biggest thing is just sometimes if people, I feel like I've heard a lot, like, what do you do if you have sort of like that creative block, or how do I make that jump just to like make a short film if I've never made it before? And I mean, honestly, and it's the way that I did it, I just jumped into it and learned as much as I could while doing it. And so with the short film, especially, this is our first feature film, and it's the first feature film I've ever made. So the short film definitely helped with that. But it was also when we went on our film festival journey with that short film, all of the people that would watch it, or if people would come and talk at a Q&A, or if we would meet at like one of the parties or something, if a filmmaker saw the film, I would just really try to just learn as much as I could, because I love seeing people's different looks and mindsets when it comes to making something. But also I think a really fascinating thing, and something that I really believe in too, is there really are no rules. Like, don't listen to somebody that tells you, oh, you have to do something this way. You have to make a feature film this way. You have to go through this whole process. Just jump into it. It's going to be scary. It's going to be terrifying, but I think that's the beauty of it. And you'll learn so much about the process by actually doing it. And I mean, this journey has come with some people early on that were kind of trying to, I think, put doubts in my head, which in life I've always been very like trusting of my gut no matter what. And that's what I did along this journey. And so learning the process and figuring things out, I think that's where you really find out a lot about if you really want to do this or not, because this is a lot of work and it is not easy. And that's something that I've definitely have kind of told people, if you've never made a feature film, just be prepared to jump in and put yourself into everything that you can. And that's why I think when it comes to writing, it's like you just said, write what you know. And if it's something that you really believe in, I think people and the audiences and what I've seen at, our 37 film festivals that we've screened at is I've seen that audiences can connect with a story where they feel like it's genuine and there's a lot of heart into it. And yeah, it's been a really cool experience just seeing that, because it has shown me that there's still room for a film on a smaller scale, but that has something that can relate to, because I do think with movies nowadays, the big budget, the big blockbusters, they look great, they're fun to watch, but sometimes they're missing that connection that humans can actually connect to. And a lot of people have said this film kind of reminds them of maybe a film from like the 70s with how raw and gritty it feels, but the performances, like I said, like Kendall Cavener, got to give a big shout out, but also Katie Hayes, Brendan Stewart, Brendan Smith, like all of our actors in our film, they just all brought it. And it was just so amazing to just sit back and watch. And a lot of the times I was glad to see we got, them on screen first, because a lot of the times I was just sitting there like, wow, these people are just killing it. And then I was like, okay, now I got to step my game up. So yeah, it's just been a really amazing process. And so it's probably my biggest thing is just don't worry about the rules. Like, just jump in and make the rules yourself and make a film, make something you're proud of.
Definitely love that. Completely agree, Devin. On that angle, if you will, a thought came to mind, because I experienced this as well. Because then again, I'm in front of the camera as well as behind the camera, doing all things, many hats, and you gotta love it in order to do all that, as you know.
Yes.
How do you get your friends, but also the friend, you also bring people on board as well. You're paying people to come on board to be honest and real with you when you are playing. You're behind the camera and you're in front of the camera, to give you real notes, if you will, right? I'm curious how that has been when you're such a dual-hatted person on a project.
Yeah. So like with us, a big thing for me was a lot of the people that I had in mind for like certain roles, and even with like the cinematography, like there were people that early on and finishing the film, like we all trust each other in general in life. And a lot of us, like, so for the last third of the film, so Brendan Stewart shot the main portion of the last third. Him and I are on such a similar wavelength that I know, like, there's a couple times where if he gave me, hey, why don't you try this? Like, I trust him so much. And if somebody else was doing it, like, it was just a very safe environment where it's not like there's any egos on set or anything. Like, we're all just trying to make the best thing that we can. And that's one thing I've learned as a filmmaker, because I'm like that as an actor, where I'm really open, and sometimes I like when things don't go as planned, because that's where you find the truth in moments.
Definitely.
And as a filmmaker, it's definitely similar, although it can be way more stressful because, you're wearing a lot more hats, but there still is some sort of magic in that when things just don't go as planned. And that's kind of the beauty of independent film, is you can really find those moments and just live in those moments and explore those more. So yeah, just if you surround yourself with people that you fully trust, because especially in our film, this is a very intense film. And a lot of us are bearing our heart and soul and sweat and blood in this. And so it's like, yeah, you just need the safer the environment that you have, surrounded by people that you trust and you look up to, create something really beautiful.
Love that. Love that for you. Salute to the entire team and those supporters that we have around us, man. I love that.
Yeah.
Perfect segue though, in regards to emotion. This is an emotional film.
Yes.
I want to talk a little bit about, again, having your sister involved,
Mhm.
sharing that experience, having her on set. What was that like working with her? And then the concerns of you yourself having that, doing that, and then family and friends, and then
Yep.
participating along with that. And then as I'm prior service, I
Mm.
love that this is a veteran
Yes.
returning home and all of that. Can you just tell me about capturing this emotion, capturing this drama in this film to, give it its energy that you want to, express through your story to the
Mhm.
viewers watching it?
Yeah. So two very important parts of my life that have always inspired me and just continue to inspire me are my sister, of course, and also I come from a military family. I grew up military bases, constantly moving around base to base. I was an Air Force brat. So the one thing though that when I look back, and especially with this film, when I look back and I think about things, and now that I know more and have learned more about life, and especially like for instance, my dad, he has PTSD. So growing up, when I look back on things, it's like I can see that now. And when I look back and I had friends on bases, and you would go over to your friend's house, and maybe their parents were just not as talkative that day, or something was changed. I just remember this look in their eye. And so when I now going through life and experiencing things and learning about like PTSD and trauma, a lot of that clicked for me a few years ago. And so I knew I always wanted to tell a story, because I just think veterans are just they're a really important thing for us and what we're able to do. I mean, even being able to make a film and pursue what you want to pursue, like that cannot happen without people that go into the military and serve. And so it's an area that I really respect. And I wanted to approach that story, but I knew with the emotions and stuff, it was something I needed to do very responsibly as well. So as an actor, I knew that there was going to be some dark places and some things. And so that's why I think also just the story is also can be attributed to anybody that's kind of going through trauma, grief, loss. And so there's things that I took in my own life where I was able to kind of put in even more into this character, where I think I was able to connect with. And I think that in some ways did make it, I don't want to say easier, but as far as writer, director, I was able to kind of like switch mindsets back and forth. So, yeah, with having my sister in it, I mean, that just kind of took it up even a notch more in that level. And I think that's why I think people can feel that when they watch the movie.
Oh
And
yeah.
I think it's something that they can relate to, and maybe even like be like, okay, like this is an independent film, and with independent film you have limitations, of course, but if the story's there, that's the most important thing. So right before we started filming, my sister was going through what's called I guess they're calling it regression in Down syndrome. So her personality just completely changed.
Mm,
They think a lot of that has to do with just, of course, 2020 and the way that was. So this original story was going to be very, very different, but
mm,
I had to kind of make a decision. Okay, no matter what, I knew I wanted my sister in it, but I had to make a decision that how can I still keep her to be a part of this? And like I said earlier, I go with my gut no matter what. And so I found an angle for this film that we have now where she really is the heart and soul of the film, and she's still able to be a part of it. And there's a scene that her and I where we share on screen where it was a tough day. It was a tough scene to film. It's right in the middle of our film. It's this monologue scene, and yeah, that's where I kind of also made the decision as an actor. I wanted to challenge myself, but I also wanted to just make it be a very cathartic scene. So yeah, it was a very intense scene, but I that's something that's been talked about all over the world at our film festival. So I'm really proud of that scene, and having my sister be a part of that, it's just that was the goal, and that's the dream for all of this. So it's cool to be here.
amazing. So beautiful, sir. You almost had me crying just a second ago because I can feel that emotion, and I could feel that you talking about it. And from when I
Yeah.
watched the film earlier today, um, yeah. Again, let me give you another thanks as a prior service cat. I was feeling that. As I get older, I'm a father. Uh,
Mm.
I've always been an empath. I think us as creatives, we're empaths. We
Oh
we
yeah.
take that energy and we absorb that energy, and then we also relay that energy out with what we do.
Yeah.
and I cry a lot more than I'd like to say, but it's all
I'm
love.
right there with you.
But yeah, I just found that to be beautiful, and that scene in particular, as I was watching the film, was so touching.
Mm,
But yeah, just I
thank you.
think it's important that we talk about the inner
Yeah.
trauma. We talk
Mhm.
about the ones we love, how we feel in those emotions. Like I was at that bar with you in the scene where the guy made the
Mhm.
comment. I don't want to spoil. I
Yeah.
was ready to fight that guy too.
Oh
Let's
yeah.
go.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think you did an excellent job in capturing that, and I again appreciate putting themes like this into the work
Mhm.
because it's going to help and connect with so many people. It's just
Yeah.
beautiful. And the
Thank you.
title, I love it as well because we have
Yeah.
all those inner demons that we're facing, and we have
Oh
those
yeah.
monsters inside.
Absolutely.
So again, as you were putting this together, and as you got to post, and now you're promoting the film, you're here talking
Yeah.
to me, and I appreciate your time. What has the feedback been from friends and family, the people that you got involved, and the learning lessons after capturing this first feature and putting that in the books? Because I want to see you do another one now, Devin. Let's get
Yeah.
this under our belt. Let's take the lessons and let's move forward. What has this been like?
Absolutely. Yeah, I mean it's I was talking with somebody else earlier and I kind of likened it to like it's almost like a video game. It's like we're hitting these
Leveling
different
up.
levels. Yeah, and but at the same time it's like as we hit in these more levels, I feel my health bar kind of like deteriorating a little bit, but then you move to the next level and it's like, "Oh, I got another life. Like let's keep going." So in some ways it's been a lot like that where each process of this making the film, editing, doing post production, film festival, and now distribution. I've tried to really take it all in at each moment, and at sometimes it can be very overwhelming because it's I've been handling a lot of this on my own, but I've had a lot of great people behind me. So now that we're here with the distribution side, and I can look back and hear people from that have seen our film at film festivals. I mean, I've gotten DMs from people in Scotland, in the UK, and Paris. So seeing a film that is set in America still relate to people overseas, that's been something that was really eye-opening to see that. I think anybody can kind of relate to this story, and that's again connecting to humans is like that's what art is for, and that's the beautiful thing about it. But yeah, the feedback has just been, I mean, it really has been incredible. It's just it brings me to tears a lot just because of how important it is. So it's like people will be saying something, and then I'm just like, excuse me for a moment. Like it's been a
Love it
lot of
for you,
that.
brother. Love it for you.
I appreciate that, man. And yeah, it's just now that we're getting to the point where we release October 3rd. So today, pre-orders started today on Fandango at home. And so a lot of friends and family that have seen the film, they've really been kind of moved by it and they've seen another side of me. And I've told them that there is a lot that of me in the film, but there's also, of course, a lot of me that isn't in the film where it's like this is a narrative fiction story. But yeah, I've had a couple friends that I've known since high school that have seen the film, and they've just kind of been like after the screen, they're like, man, I got to think about that film. Like it's just I can't talk about it yet. It's a
Yeah,
lot to think about, and I think that's something that's been really important too. Is just I think anyone can kind of like where you are at in life. I think you can pick something from this film.
definitely.
So, but like my parents haven't seen the completed film yet. So when we
Oh,
release October 3rd, I think it's going to be really difficult for them to watch just because
yeah.
it is a very personal story. But yeah, it's just been a lot of like people saying how proud they are, and I'm just really excited for the cast for their talents to shine as well because the people that I surround myself with and that I believe in, I want them to shine just as much. And of
Yeah.
course with Samuel French, like I'm excited for people to see this performance because it's a very powerful performance from him. And segueing to what we got next is, yeah, all the lessons we've learned. Yeah, we've already shot two new proof of concepts.
Okay.
One's called "See You in Your Sleep," which is sort of a Nightmare on Elm Street, Flatliners vibe, but it's that one has where I've kind of injected another area of heart and soul into that one.
Okay.
So that could also be a series. We're just kind of seeing what happens with it. But then we just wrapped another one that's straight up more of a horror, body horror-esque type film, and that's called Beneath His Skin. And I get to kind of really explore my evil side, I guess you could say, in that
Oh,
one.
wow.
So
Okay.
that's yeah, they both are incredible because we have an incredible DP behind both of those. His name's Spencer Sakurai.
Awesome.
And yeah, we've just started submitting See You in Your Sleep, and then we just wrapped on Beneath His Skin. So earlier next year, we'll see what happens at film festivals. But a lot of the connections I've made, we're going to present both of these as no matter what, one of them's our next project. So next year we jump back into filming. So we're excited.
I love it. I hope you don't lose that hunger. I hope you keep pushing forward. Amazing. As you get on the promo road for that, please come back so I can give you some virtual flowers, my brother.
Yes, absolutely, man.
Amazing. Well, congratulations on Monsters Within. Let me remind it again, everybody, digital platforms, October 3rd, support my brother Devin Montgomery, as well as these upcoming projects that we're going to see in 2026. Amazing. Your work shined through. Like I said, it read with the emotions. Again, for me, I connected it on various levels, as I've explained throughout this interview. Bravo, sir. Again, I love seeing people, when they don't give it to us, we got to take it. We got to go for it, make it ourselves. And then when you put yourself into it, it reads through the work. And that's always so beautiful. Salute to you, Devin. Appreciate your time. Congratulations, everybody. Check out my man, Devin Montgomery. Monsters Within, digital platforms, October 3rd. I'm going to have all of Devin's links in the description below. Please go check out the film, subscribe, follow, support, do all the things. I'm KUYA P. This is Nerds Rule the World. All right, there's a cut, Devin.
Nerds rule the world.
Pleasure chatting with you. Love to all my nerds who rule the world.
Yeah. Nerds rule the world.
Yes, we do.
Thanks. Nerds rule the world. Thank you.
I love the nerds ruling the world, so more power to you.
Patrick, what up, man? And yes, they do. Nerds rule the world, kid.
Yes, sir. Thank you. Awesome. KUYA P, Nerds Rule the World. Hello.
Yes, they do.
Yes.
Oh,
Nerds rule the world.
I got.
It's in the title of your show, like Nerds Rule the World. Like, I want more Black weirdos on screen, and I don't feel like we ever get to see that very much.
Thank you so much. Nerds do rule the world.
Yes. Thank you.
Thank you, Nerds Rule. Love
it. Hello, Sarah. Hello, Julie.
Yes,
Rock on. I love it. Thank you so much.
It's good to see you. I love Nerds Rule the World.
But yeah, there's a heavy nerd component, man.
Yeah.
And at the end of the day, if you ask me, nerds rule the world. So
absolutely.
And you're right. Nerds do rule the world.
We're just the best.
Yes. Nerds do rule the world. I agree.
We do.
I agree.
We're awesome, aren't we?
Thank you, ladies.
So much. Thank you.
Yes. Thank you, guys.
Bye.
And nerds really do rule the world.
Thank you, sir. It's your boy KUYA P. Nerds Rule the World. Thank you so much, guys. I appreciate you.
Do. They rule the world all right.
Yes. Take care, Tony. Thank you, guys.
Well, I was good until I saw that this is Nerds Rule the World. So are we talking about, like, everybody you interview is a nerd, right?
Oh, it's a legal requirement. It is.
It's a legal requirement.
Yeah.
Or the second you popped on screen, I was like, wait, are you supposed to be the queen nerd then?
I hope so. My handle is Heather is a nerd, so I am a professional at least.
Okay. But then you enter that whole question of like, well, if you're calling yourself a nerd, are you really a nerd? True nerd, would they call them? I don't know. I'm going to start going cross-eyed.
Going to psychoanalyze this a little bit.
Yeah.
I'm going to do a 3, 2, 1 count to help me with my edit. We'll be coming off of the trailer in my interview. So we're coming off the trailer. I'll introduce myself, introduce you, and we'll talk about, how this kind of film came together for you. You have multiple hats in this as a fellow filmmaker that works on both sides of the camera.
Yeah.
I know how much of a chore that can be. So my
Right.
salute to you for seeing it all the way through, getting the job done,
Appreciate that.
because it takes a lot of work. And so I want to show love to that, about,
Cool.
how it all kind of came together. And now we're here celebrating it. We're putting the word out so people know.
Absolutely. Yeah. Thanks, man.
All right, definitely, my brother. All right, let's rock and roll. I'm good to go on my side. October 3rd, digital platforms, Monsters Within. All right, sir,
Yep.
here we go. In a 1, 2, 3.